Today we are going to be traveling to Ohio, USA, to check out the abandoned mental asylum known as the Ridges. This place has a very dark history with over 2,000 lobotomies being carried out here. But it wasn't only lobotomies that were performed here. People went missing and died under mysterious circumstances. So let's get into it. The Ridges is located in Athens, Ohio. It was originally opened in 1874 as the Athens Asylum for the Insane. By 1890, it had become overcrowded and understaffed. The administrators appealed to the state government for more funding, and the facility became the Ohio Asylum for the Insane. Over the years, many famous serial killers ended up here, such as the Mad Gasser of Mattoon, John Norman Collins, who in 1944 was sent to the asylum, after being found not guilty by reason of insanity for the murders of 9 people. He would later be released in 1956 and then recaptured in 1977 for killing again. There was also the 25-year-old serial killer Richard Ramirez, who toured the United States in the early 1980s, killing at least 13 people and sexually assaulting at least 25 women. Before his arrest, he was admitted to Attica State Hospital after his grandmother became concerned about his behavior and thinking he might be insane. When he was transferred to the Ohio State Hospital, he escaped but was quickly recaptured. He was eventually sentenced to 25 consecutive life sentences without parole, and this is where he spent the last 7 years of his life before his death in 2013. Throughout the years, the hospital had many different names, including Athens Asylum for the Insane, Ohio Asylum for the Insane, the Ohio State Hospital, the Athens Asylum, and lastly, the Ridges. In 1993, the hospital closed its doors for good. The site is now open to the public for tours and paranormal investigations. So what is going on at the Ridges? Many claim it is one of the most haunted places in the United States. It didn't take long for us to find some paranormal investigators talking about this place online. A group called Ghost Adventures visited here back in 2006, and they had a very interesting experience. Here's what Zach Bagans had to say about it on his blog. This place is evil and dangerous, and I believe spirits from this place have followed us home. They had their scariest experience while investigating the lobotomy operating room. This operating room was used for over 2,000 lobotomies. Between 1910 and 1950, the procedure was first developed by E. Pismone in Portugal in 1935. Lobotomy was intended to cure mental illness by removing or destroying parts of the frontal lobe. Now, don't quote me on this, but I believe it was said that lobotomy actually works by destroying the part of the brain that controls your thoughts and actions. What can I say? We had some pretty messed up stuff going on back then. Anyway, according to Zach, the spirit of a patient, or possibly the spirit of a doctor performing the lobotomies, stood over him while he was sitting in the chair right where the lobotomies were performed. He says he could feel his spirit and it was very evil. After they left, they experienced unexplainable phenomena back at their hotel room. In 2014, 2 paranormal investigators named Josh and Sierra stayed in one of the rooms at the asylum. They did not have any ghost stories to share, but they did mention hearing voices throughout the building, saying things like, "Get out, and help me." While investigating further, they discovered the source of the voice. In the basement, they encountered an entity while filming, and they said it made them feel very uncomfortable. According to them, they heard the same voice coming from inside the wall. This particular room that they investigated was used for holding patients who were violent towards themselves and others. They said they felt the presence of a little girl in another room. When they asked if she wanted to speak to them, they started getting strange looks from the paintings on the wall. According to Josh and Sierra, they witnessed the door slam shut on its own, even though no one was near it. Then they heard footsteps in the hallway. When they turned the lights back on, they saw the door open slightly on its own. There was also a full-body apparition captured in the doorway. They also experienced strange things while investigating the solitary confinement wing. Here they witnessed objects moving across the room and heard heavy footsteps and whispers. Another investigation carried out by a team called Ghost Chasers in 2014 revealed some pretty interesting findings. They, too, decided to investigate the lobotomy operating room, and as soon as they entered, they said they felt a cold breeze walk across their legs. One of the members then saw a shadow figure standing at the foot of the bed. Other strange things that happened during their investigation included unexplained footsteps, disembodied voices, shaking equipment, and instruments falling from the shelves. They also captured some interesting EVPs, one of which seemed to say, "I'm gonna hurt you." Another investigation carried out by Paranormal Ohio in 2017 revealed a dark shadow figure in one of their photographs. They also had their camera roll completely wiped during their investigation. Something weird that happened to me personally was when I was researching this episode. My computer froze multiple times and even crashed once, forcing me to restart it. Now I want to hear from you. Do you think the Ridges is haunted? If you were to visit this place, what would you do? Let me know your thoughts down below. Now let's move on to the location details. The Ridges is open for daytime tours from April to October. They also offer twilight tours in October. Unfortunately, they do not offer overnight ghost tours, but you can book the entire asylum for a private event. For location information, the address is 9200 East Main Street, Athens, Ohio 45701, and the phone number is 740-592-8400. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'd also like to take a moment to say a special thank you to our supporters whose names you can see on screen right now. If you would like to support the channel, the links are in the description. Either way, I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next time.